Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Before I get too deep into this video, it wasn't my intention to bring up 9/11, about those people, family, men, women, and all the ones who died in 9/11. I feel the pain and the suffering what these people had to go through and the families. I had to bring it up because this guy, a Jehovah's Witness who gave a talk, he brought out something that kind of upset me, which what brought 9/11 into his talk. So I'll get more into that, but right now, let's play the talk, and you see the reason why I had to make this video. So have patience with me and listen to the ignorance of this talk. Thank you.
Politically, on the religious front, economics, entertainment, family life, a mess. Now, because the human family is a mess, it's so appropriate that we talk this morning about why all of us need to take refuge in Jehovah. And by taking refuge in Jehovah, what we mean is why we should have Jehovah God and spiritual interests, our relationship, our friendship with Jehovah as the centerpiece of our lives. That's what we're really talking about. That's what it means to take refuge in Jehovah. Any other refuge, religious, political, economic, whatever it is, based on human philosophy, is a temporary, it is a shallow refuge. It is no permanent refuge. Our refuge has to be spiritual. Now, Jehovah God has convinced us in so many different ways that He is our refuge, like we sang in our opening song. Let's examine some of these ways. Firstly, think about Jehovah's name. Have you ever thought how precious Jehovah's name is to us as a people? King Solomon realized how precious Jehovah's name really was. If you turn to Proverbs 18, and let's have a look at verse 10 now. We know this scripture very, very well. We use it especially when we're teaching others about Jehovah God and how they need to take refuge in Jehovah. But let's look at the scripture with reference to us here. And in each of the scriptures we're going to read this morning, notice how the theme of refuge is underlined in each of the texts. Then in Proverbs 18 verse 10, we read, "The name of Jehovah is a strong tower." Do you notice that refuge point? The strong tower. Now you think of some towers here in the United States. In Chicago, they have the Sears Tower. In Boston, they have the Prudential Towers. Beautiful building. I was there about a month ago. Wonderful. You see the panoramic view of Boston. Wonderful city. The Twin Towers. You remember them? Can we say in our heart of hearts that each of these towers is a strong, for everlasting tower? No. We know what has happened to some of them. But the Bible here says that the name of Jehovah is a strong tower. Then it adds this interesting detail. Into it, the righteous runs. Do you notice the effort, the action that is required? We need to run into Jehovah God. And who needs to run? It says the righteous. So that means that if Jehovah's name is going to be our refuge, our life has to be characterized by living in harmony with Jehovah's righteous laws and principles. There's no shortcut to that. So we have to run into Jehovah's name for protection. And on that thought, the scripture adds, and once the righteous runs there, he's given protection. Now, if you have the New World Translation Reference Bible, you'll notice by the word protection, there's a footnote rendering, and it says for protection, the righteous is out of reach.
So basically, he mentioned about some of these towers is nowhere where they're supposed to be. They was destroyed. So basically, when you look at the way I get out of this, you don't supposed to run to certain towers because sooner or later they will crumble and they'll fall down. But people, the thing is, we remember that day. I mean, I saw this in the activities directors TV and we saw the first, well actually they saw the first tower got hit, and I walked in there, and that's when we saw the second tower where you could see partially the airplane hitting the tower, the second tower, and it was a horrible thing that day. Many people lost their lives. Jehovah's Witnesses, you are in a false tower, what you call the watchtower. Your tower will be falling down soon. Your organization, your false religion, your evil deeds, covering up pedophiles, everything, and going to your false God and calling him your refuge, your tower. Well, let's see what one of your governing bodies says about the name Jehovah. To all Jehovah's Witnesses, you think your God Jehovah is the source of light and life. What does your governing body knows about Jehovah, your God, the one that you want to put your refuge, run to his tower to gain everlasting life? Let's see from the horse's mouth, Jeffrey Jackson. Remember, he's part of the governing body, and his words is just like theirs.
That the love with which you love me may be in them and I in union with them. Another reason often given by translators for not using God's name in the text of their translations is that they don't know the exact pronunciation of the original name. Some scholars feel that the original pronunciation was closer to Yahweh rather than Jehovah. Others feel that it may have been Jehovah. Just how important is the exact pronunciation of the original Hebrew name? Could we get sidetracked by trying to determine what that pronunciation was? Well, first of all, let's establish why we use the pronunciation Jehovah in English. Is it because it's the closest pronunciation to the original? No. We use the name Jehovah because it's widely recognized in English. Is this a reasonable position to take? Yes.
You heard him for yourself. That God's name never was called Jehovah. It would come close to be Yahweh because it's using the original letters YH, WH, not JH, VH, YH, WH. And the reason why this name is worldwide, because of the Bible Students Movement and Jehovah's Witnesses Movement. All over the world, corrupt people, every nation, every tribe, every town, wherever these witnesses go, and the Bible students, they use this false name of God. People, this is the reason why Jehovah's Witnesses religion is falling apart, because our work, other people's work that never was Jehovah's Witnesses, have done research on their religion. True research. Now, if this was the truth, the real truth, those people that search for the teachings of Watchtower, they would have joined them. But they didn't. They joined us and were the fight to stop witnesses from coming to your door. Fight against Jehovah's Witnesses to expose them, how they twisted lies. And this man, Jeffrey Jackson, he's in Australia court, hiding behind a TV monitor so he wouldn't be in the actual courtroom. Because he knows when he went in there and swore his hands on the Bible, he was going to tell the truth, nothing but the truth. Now, if he was in the true religion, why did he lie on the Bible to tell the truth? Because he knows darn well this religion is a lie. It's nothing but a money gimmick to make people rich in the high up the ranks, and everybody at Jehovah's Witnesses is giving all their hard-earned money to these people to worship a false god. So, I'm going to say this before I close. Jehovah's Witnesses, you thought or didn't even think about those people who died in the Twin Towers. You never brought that up. But I'm going to promise this to you. One day, your religion is going to collapse. And it's going to be more than 1,000 people. How many people died in the Twin Towers? Your whole organization is going to crumble. And there will be no more Jehovah's Witnesses. There will be no more ones that goes door to door and lying to people and telling them that the God they worship is named Jehovah. People are getting educated. People are waking up from this false religion. Please, people, we are fighting for you to wake you up, to teach you, educate you about the lies of Watchtower. Please, people, Jehovah is not your God. He never will be. He's just a invented name by the Catholics. And you can Google Jehovah and the Catholics, or Google who invented the name Jehovah. There's a lot of ways you can do it. But unless you put willpower behind your fingers to do the typing, you're never going to find the truth, and you will never find it on jw.org. So please, wake up. You're running out of time. Thank you, and have a nice night.